We need to talk about all the people that want wholesale distribution for Pokemon because the market's crazy right now.
Attention, the following video is going to totally kick. If you enjoy any of it and or have a large please click the like button below. Enjoy.
Good Monday morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the shop, to the warehouse, to the shed, to the whatever where the name is pending, to Castle de la Hova. I don't know. We got some sales over the weekend. I gotta remember whenever I flip to front facing, there's a little bit of a delay with the audio if I just keep talking. I'm learning, guys. Orders. Here we go. We got TCG Player $601 in orders and eBay $150. This is what we've got to pack for Monday morning for what came in. I actually packed Saturday's orders already, I think. I must have. Yeah, I think I had pickup. I had mail pickup come Saturday. So there was not much, like 1 or 2 orders. And all this came in Sunday night, Monday morning. So here we go. We got another one of these Ninja magazines that I will, from now on, if I see Ninja magazines at a yard sale and they're in good shape, especially if there's a bunch of them, I will be buying them if they're at a decent price, because we've done very, very good on the Ninja magazines. We got $30 here. Astral Radiance box 261, 262. Payday, $25. We sold our first FPS Freaks, so that's cool. $10 order, nothing crazy. $17 on some Star Trek Taco Bell, vintage Taco Bell glasses. Found this Windows 7 Professional install disc in a tote that I was cleaning out yesterday. I think it's from one of my previous PCs that I got, and looked them up, and I was like, hey, $15, why not? So $15. Our last Jeff the Land Shark, which means we need to get one of the printers going today. I got to change the colors out on the AMS system, and we need to start another print. That is my last Jeff the Land Shark. We need to get another tray of those going. Brilliant Stars Build and Battle Stadium. That went for, I think, $79. The lighters that we got a message on immediately after listing them. We listed the Zippos the same day. Zippos sold within like 15 minutes. These sold. Remember the cool one I was just showing you guys in the last video? It has 3 different lighters in one on one of those. Anyways, $35 there. And a display of 4 of the Juniper Premium Tournament Collection boxes sold for $260. So, but here's the thing, guys. When I was pulling that order, catastrophe struck. So I noticed this the other day when I was doing inventory. I was like, I should probably fix that. And I was like, nah, it'll hold. Look. We had a shelf collapse. Oof. So, looks like, I think those boxes underneath are all right. I had way too much weight on the top shelf like an idiot. I was just being lazy, and I threw some heavy cases on top of these plastic shelves. These plastic shelves are actually really durable. I think they're rated for like 250 plus. They're pretty good unless you throw a stupid amount of weight up top, and then if they get a little off balance. So I don't know what happened, but clearly gravity won here. So I'm gonna have to take all this stuff down, see if we can salvage the shelf, and make sure that none of the product is damaged. Luckily, this stack of product here is pretty heavy. It's all like really good heavy stuff, so it kept, if that would have fallen into that one, and then that one would have fallen into this one, and then it just could have been real bad. So yeah, so that's the catastrophe that needs to be cleaned up today. It was bound to happen eventually. I should have gone with all steel shelving, but I wanted to save a little bit of money and get the plastic stuff. Like I said, it's primarily good if I do it in a smart way, where I put all the heavy stuff on the bottom shelf that's just on top of concrete essentially, and then put the lighter stuff up top. But I got lazy on that shelf and got stupid, and I was like, it'll hold. I was like the dad strapping like 14 pieces of furniture to the back of your sedan and then being like, you know, put the bungee cord on. She ain't going nowhere. Yay. I'm sweaty. Jeff the Land Shark 2.0. I actually had just a very small revision. Most people probably didn't even notice. There was a tooth like right here that had one little spot of, I think it was blue, had one little spot of blue and I went in and edited that and fixed it. So, yeah, this is Jeff the Land Shark 2.0. We have a tray of 5 about to go through the printer. Good morning, sunshine. Now that the catastrophe is cleaned up and we got a tray of Jeffy's printing, I can actually get to some listings. This YouTube comment of the day is brought to you by Clear American Bomb Pop Soda. It's got 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 caffeine, 0 sodium, but enough aspartame to choke a moose. Not an actual sponsorship, but I wish it was. This stuff's fire. Anyways, we got a comment here. Hey, Hova, loved you in the content since 2012. I made an LLC a few months ago. How do you go about finding a distributor for your area of Pokemon cards? I don't know if you'll see this, but appreciate you. Glad to see you doing well. Thank you so much, Nick Rips Packs. So I don't want to go off on too much of a rant here, but, and congratulations on filing the LLC. That means you're serious and you're at least, you know, putting forth that effort. But when I got wholesale distribution for whenever I was like, I want to have an online retail Pokemon company. I just got on Google and I researched anyone that distributed Pokemon cards at a wholesale level. And I applied to probably 10, any of them that would allow me to apply. I applied. I would call them before I applied. I called them, hey, what does it take to, like, what do I have to be able to apply for an account with you guys? They would tell me. Some of them had more requirements than others. Some of them had less requirements. I probably started with those, but I applied to as many as I possibly could. I probably applied to 10 or so. I got accepted by 2. So just from doing my own research, just from calling around, hey, what do I need? I think you need an EIN and a registered LLC, and basically that's it. Some of them did require an actual brick and mortar. So you just got to do your own research. You really, like, if you want to be a go-getter and you want to have a business, you got to be able to pick up the phone, make some calls, get on Google, find out all the information you can, and just over-apply. Apply for 10 of them. Hope that one of them lets you in. Right now, Pokemon's so hot, I would not be surprised if they're not allowing new accounts across any, because everybody, I got this YouTube comment and then I got on Twitter and I had 2 DMs asking the same thing. Hey, I want to register an LLC and I want access to wholesale Pokemon. Of course you do. 3, 4, 5 months ago, whenever all Pokemon was below MSRP, no one wanted to register an LLC and have a Pokemon company. Now that it's skyrocketing and it's through the roof, everyone wants access to wholesale Pokemon. So all I can tell you is just get on the phone, start calling people, start applying, and just see what you can make happen. You got to be a go-getter. You got to get out there and you just got to do it. You got to make it happen. That is a wrap for Monday. And I've got some cool stuff I want to show you guys real quick. First of all, I feel a little bad because I shouted these Control Freaks, some of these like rare like Call of Duty edition ones, in the last video, but that video goes live here in a few hours, and 2 of them have already sold. So I apologize if you were excited and they're already going to be gone when you get to the listing. But speaking of stuff like that, these are Assassin's Creed. I guess on that note, you guys can go to my eBay. Again, I mentioned this multiple times in the last video and in the comments, but people did not realize there's a Linktree link below the video. My regular eBay store, my Pokemon eBay store, and my Pokemon TCG Player account stores are all listed in that Linktree, along with all kinds of other information that might be important to you. So please click the Linktree down in the description if you're looking for any of that stuff. But along those lines of like rare stuff that you guys might be interested in, I got these from a party. I don't even remember what year this game came out. It might have been like my first... Was this Comic-Con? It might have been Comic-Con. There was like a crazy party at a club afterwards, and they were just handing these out. It was a Ubisoft party, and I remember like I met the guys from Corridor Digital and all. It was a crazy party, but anyways, these Assassin's Creed Black Flag items came from that party. I'm listing those. I listed some really rare... I don't know about... I listed some stuff that was sent to me from Activision or Call of Duty for like Verdansk, and I guess they're relaunching Verdansk like right now, so it's kind of ironic timing. If you're interested in some like rare promotional Verdansk items, some t-shirts, like a piggy bank and a hat and stuff like that, I'm going to have a lot of all that listed as well if you are interested, so look out for that. And now let's take you to the board. Here we go. We had actually a really strong weekend where I get draft listings done for the weekend, and that way I don't really have to like come out here and photograph stuff. I can just real quickly put up 5 listings on Saturday and Sunday. So we got $555 listed Saturday, $490 listed on Sunday, and then today we knocked out $303. And we are currently, ladies and gentlemen, $3,194 listed in our first 10 days. So we're killing it for the month of March. We're already over half of our listed goal for the month. And obviously, I'm really happy with that. That concludes our Monday. Jeff's will continue printing for like over a day. Let's see how much time is left. 32 hours and 46 minutes left on Jeff's. And look at all that poop. But, yeah, that does it for Monday. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good Tuesday morning. We got the tray of Jeff's still going strong. This spool of blue always gets snagged when I print these guys. I had one snag right before I went to bed, fixed that, and then I had another snag at like 4 a.m. So because of the snag and the print technically failing, luckily these A1 printers are insane. So we lost 3 hours of print time. I came out here, I fixed the snag, and then you just hit resume and it keeps printing from where it left off, which is, I had an Ender 3 S1 before this and it was okay, but like this thing blows my mind with the capabilities that it has. So let's show you what we got going on today. We got a lot of orders. So here we go. We've got eBay sales of $150. And TCG, so that's including the TCG eBay and TCG Player, $1,025. So a very good Tuesday morning worth of sales. It's like 20 orders altogether or something, I think. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 orders. So that is pretty awesome. All right, real quick, let's just go through it. We got 225 for the Paldeas. Obsidian was 197. We got a Lego Trump, man. How hilarious is this guy? When I saw these, I had to print some up. So we sold our first Trump Lego man. Sold one of my alien busts, heads, whatever you want to call them. Proud of that one. Oh, Trump sold for 35. The alien for 50. The Battle Stadium is like 78. Sold our second. We had 2 of these Mickey Mouse birthday cards. If you guys saw the one in the last video, this was my last. I think I might have one more. I'm not sure. But that sale was $10. The clutch mouse with Fanatic sold for 35. We got some PSA graded slab holders for like 34. Couple singles for a few bucks. This was a slab going out to a viewer. Going to throw a signature on that. A bunch of these things needed signatures. I haven't done that yet, so I want to thank you guys so much. Sold some more Control Freaks, and then on the note of the signatures, I forgot I had these listed, but luckily one of them sold. So this is the thumbnail for the Sharp montage, if some of you may remember that. I have a listing with multiple different stickers. So you guys, if you guys want, if you don't want to like pick out a random item and say, hey, can you sign the back of this or whatever, which if you want to do that, that's fine. But these are kind of perfect for that. If you just want to pick up a sticker, I can throw an autograph on a sticker or whatever. So I wanted to show you guys that. Viewer question. All right, so we have a question here from Toxic Banana. How do the numbers on your whiteboard work? What I mean is, let's take Tuesday, for example. You did $1,385 in sales, but the whiteboard says $320. What exactly is it counting to get that number, if that makes sense? So I thought I explained this, but maybe I didn't explain it. I just kind of, I don't know. I've known what this is for so long, I should probably explain it better. So I need to write something at the top of this, I guess, to explain it a little bit better. The momentum board is just, it doesn't have anything to do with sales directly, right? Like it might correlate to sales later, but with eBay, the algorithm really, really likes whenever you list stuff regularly, like daily, ideally, and the more stuff you list, basically the more the algorithm will love you and the more sales you will end up getting. So what a lot of people that sell on eBay do is they run a momentum board like this. And at the end of every day, once you get done taking all your photographs, making the listing and listing it for what price you want it to sell for, you total up all those listings. and then you write the total on your momentum board. So on these days, like Saturday, I listed $94 worth of inventory. Sunday, I listed $140 worth of inventory. Monday, I listed $165 worth of inventory. So those aren't my sales, that's just how much I'm listing. The value of the listings that I'm making every day. Sales don't come out of thin air. Obviously, if you want sales on eBay, you've got to just be constantly listing product. So that is what the momentum board is for. Our goal for $6,000 is listing $6,000 of inventory in the month of March, not $6,000 worth of sales. So that's another reason I've got the second board here. We're tracking sales on the top board, and we're tracking our listings on the momentum board. I hope that kind of cleared some things up. Again, I don't know if I explained that very well the first time. So there it is. I hope that cleared up some questions. All right, I got my John Hancock on everything. We've got some viewer sale shout outs to go through here. Shout out to Devin for ordering the binder. He said, "Hey Hova, I love if you could sign this for me. Commented on your last video about it. Thank you, man." Thank you so much, Devin. Much appreciated. And then we got the Pokemon single over here. He said, "Just wanted to say from all of us YouTube enjoyers, we are glad to see you back and that you've been doing so well. Really cool seeing your store progress in the shop. Keep up the videos. Could you sign the card or shipping receipt for me? Thank you for making our childhood awesome." Thank you for making all this possible by watching the videos and keeping up with the content all over the years. Much, much appreciated. We've got the sticker, the thumbnail for Sharp, the montage, the greatest montage on YouTube, if you haven't watched it. Also, there's a remastered. I did Sharp Remastered a year or two ago now. You guys need to go watch that. Totally new montage, totally new clips, but the name is Sharp Remastered. Anyways, this guy bought the sticker and the alien head. He said, "Love your videos. Thank you for the memories over the past decade. I'm a fan of the new eBay series updates. If possible, would you be so kind to give your John Hancock somewhere on the sticker? It's going on the PC case." Great idea. Shout out to Connor. Thank you so much for the purchase on that. And then Sean got the mouse. He said, "Used to love watching your videos. Glad you're still doing good. Keep up the hard work. I enjoy the eBay seller videos." Thank you so much, Sean, for picking up the mouse. So, oh, and then we got, who was this? Hold on. We got Christopher. Christopher forgot to put a message with this order. I feel bad. I feel like I desecrated Hova, a.k.a. the Yelling Madman, but that's what he wanted on the actual slab, not on the sleeve on the outside. He wanted it on the slab. So thank you so much for that order. If you guys put in an order and you want an autograph, please be very specific of what you want me to say and where you want it. Like if it's a binder inside of a sleeve, you know, say, "Hey, please open it and write on the binder itself." Or can you just sign the plastic on the outside? Or if it's a sticker, sign the front, sign the back. You know, if you want me to put the Yelling Madman or Hova or anything like that, you know, just be as specific as possible. I try to shoot you guys a message and say like, "Hey, where exactly do you want the autograph? Like, what do you want it to say?" But I always just, and I do that because like sometimes whenever I write my stupid name on the front of a graded Pokemon card, I just feel like I'm ruining it, you know, which is like, if that's what you guys want, that's fine. But that's why I asked, just if you're putting in an order and you want my John Hancock on there, just tell me exactly what you want me to say and where you want the writing to be, because it is Sharpie, it's permanent. So, but thank you guys so much for that. The viewer sales today was awesome to wake up to. Very much appreciated. We got some people to add to the door. Thank you so much to J Junior Eyes. Junior Eyes. Oops. On camera. 0077 for the $2 super thanks. Super thanks to you, buddy. And then we got a new top. We got the Oak. Uh-oh, I'm going to run out of room. The Oak God. The Oak God dropped a $24.99. $24.99 from the Oak God, our new top super thanks. The super thankser? Is that a thing? I don't know. And we got a new member to join our very short list of members over here. Kay Levi is our new Yelling Madman member, so thank you so much. I did want to say real quick, for the people that are leaving super thanks, obviously thank you so much, I love you, but maybe also consider looking at the channel membership. I'm going to take you over to the computer and tell you why. So if you join up as a channel member, there's 3 tiers. You can be Yelling Madman, Pop-Tart Pounder, or Uno Owner. You actually get access to loyalty badges, so you'll start off with the little animated, whatever, the little cartoon Hova, and then you get a vanilla ice cream cone and a chocolate cone and blah, blah, blah for the longer that you stay a member. And then you also get access to all these custom emotes. So whenever you leave comments on the videos every Monday, wink, wink, hint, hint, your loyalty badge will be shown off, but you'll also be able to put some custom emoji in the comments. And I think your message is like highlighted in some way or like prioritized in the comment. Don't quote me on that, but I think something like that. And then if you want to do one of these higher tiers, you get access to all the previous stuff, so you'll still get all of this stuff. So yeah, if you're gonna drop a super thanks, maybe consider I mean, you know, if you're gonna drop $5 in the chat, what I'm saying is you could become a Yelling Madman and get this stuff. Oh, also you get I edit the videos on Sunday, upload them as soon as I'm done editing it on Sunday, and then I make it live for members, for channel members at that point. And then for the rest of the people, it goes up on Monday at the normal time at 3 p.m. Central. But if you're a member, you'll be able to watch the video a day early. So anyways, off to the sales board. Not the sales board. There's already confusion, and now I'm saying stuff like that. Momentum board. We finished the day. We listed $425 worth of items, and our total for the month is $3,619 listed inventory. Not sales, listed inventory. Very happy with those numbers. We're well on our way to crushing the $6,000 goal. Let's end this productive Tuesday with a couple comments. Here we go. We got Jors. Love these videos so much, Hova. Thank you so much. Been trying to sell some stuff on eBay. On and off, but shipping things from where I live is so expensive, so I love to watch others get to do it. I decided to put this in the video before he replied. He's actually from Canada, so you know, with international shipping, unfortunately there's just not that much you can do, but I will recommend that everybody that's trying to do this check out pirateship.com. If you guys see oh my god, what's the one that sponsors every podcaster? ShipStation? Is that the one? Whatever the shipping company is that you see ads for on everything. They do the same thing that ShipStation does. I think it's ShipStation. They do the same thing that they do, but you don't have to pay a monthly fee to do it. You're going to get discounts on UPS and USPS labels. Maybe FedEx. I can't remember if they do FedEx as well. But it's always worth running the numbers. Sometimes you'll find a label cheaper on Pirate Ship than you will on eBay. A lot of times it's the same, but sometimes you'll find it cheaper. So try that is my recommendation if shipping is expensive for you based on where you live. I'm lucky. I'm centrally located in the United States, so it's pretty fair for me to ship East or West Coast. Then we got another one here from Nick Brockman 5753. Love you, have a watch. Since the COD days a decade ago, I did have a question about how you find things to sell. When you go out, wherever it is you go to get these vintage things and whatnot, do you search up what they could be worth prior to buying them, or do you just buy what you think might sell and go from there? So, little bit of both. I look up a lot of stuff while I'm out looking, just right there whenever I pick it up when I find it. But you also, the more and more you do this, the more you, I've sold one of those. I know that I can make some profit on that at that price. Or also, I watch a lot of people that do the same thing that I'm doing here on YouTube. It's content that I like to watch. And I kind of think of it as like homework. So whenever I'm not actually out here listing stuff or shipping orders, I'm watching a lot of content of the people that do the same stuff that I do. And I'm paying attention to what they're selling and what prices are, what things are going for, what the market looks like, and then I try to retain as much of that information in this big potato brain of mine. And when I'm out there, I saw that in that one video. I'm gonna at least look into it. Sometimes I take a blind stab at things. Like if you see something that's just priced ridiculously low and you're like, that looks like it could be something, I'll just pick it up. But a lot of times, like I said, you learn over the years. I watch a lot of content that I try to retain information from. but also I just look it up right then and there. So anyways, that's a wrap for Tuesday. I will see you guys tomorrow. So I'm on my commute to my job that I do every morning, walking out to the shop, and I just got to share with you guys the view that I get to soak in every day. Sometimes it makes me get to work a little late, you know? Sometimes I just want to stand here and stare at this. You ready? So beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. All right, now we work. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the warehouse. We've got a new name to go up on the appreciation door. I feel like the name of the door, every time I mention it, is just going to be a different name. We got a repeat offender here. I'm at this point convinced Sue of Side is a Dubai prince. I think he's just sitting on $1 billion of CSGO skins or something, because he just dropped another super thanks. So the $20 was on the first video, and the second video he dropped a $25 super thanks. So big shout out to Sue of Side, the Dubai prince. I've heard he's got more dragon lores in his inventory than your mom would know what to do with. So that's pretty cool. So here we go. We got our orders. Here are the orders for Wednesday. Nothing too crazy. We got about $100 between the two eBays, and then $100 on TCG Player just with these 4 packs of Ultra Prism. It's just the art collection, so all 4 arts for the packs. And then all these orders here, minus the hat, are viewer orders. The shark goes out to Brandon. He said, Hova started watching you when I was in middle school, and I'm an adult now. I just wanted to say thank you for being a huge part of my childhood. Love the eBay content. It's making me want to try it out and start small. See where it takes me. If there's any way you can sign the Jeff, I got it signed for you, brother. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Then we got stickers. 3 of the stickers going out. By the way, let me take you over to the computer real quick. He had some confusion about how to pick which sticker he wanted. Okay, so here is the listing for the stickers. All you're going to do, it's going to look very similar to this on mobile, but we're on desktop, obviously. You just click over here where it says model, and then the drop down will come down. And if you click, say, Hova Beer, for instance, it'll pull up that one. Or if you click Hova D4, or if you click Desk Yelling Madman, they're all $5 each, basically just because I have to ship it. So the first one covers the shipping cost, but then if you buy more, as you can see, you know, the price drops quite a bit if you want to get more. He just had a little bit of confusion about how the drop-down menu worked for picking which stickers you wanted. Just wanted to show that real quick. So the stickers went out to Billy. He said, been watching since the Modern Warfare 3 days. Enjoy your streams and the new series following your day to day. Then he just said, keep grinding, Hova. Thanks for everything, bro. Well, thank you so much, Billy. I appreciate it. I got your signatures on there. We got you figured out. The McDonald's plates, it's weird. I listed those and they sold like within the hour, I think. To Eric, he said, been watching since 2010. Love the eBay content. Thank you so much, Eric. He didn't ask for a signature or anything, but I threw in a sticker. I've got a bunch of like old stock stickers and stuff, so I just threw that in for you. And then the encyclopedia, Firearms Encyclopedia, went out to Braden. He said, hey, good looking. Thank you for the content throughout the years and the inspiration to kick my butt into gear on my own eBay business. I'm currently at the start of restoring my family acreage in Illinois, so it's great to have someone with similar aspirations to look towards for encouragement. Keep up the hard work, and I wish you the best. There it is. Just a handful of eBay orders, mostly viewer orders, so much appreciated to all yous guys. And then, like I said, we got that $100 order over there on TCG Player. Now we are going to go to a viewer comment. Okay, so Dakota here says, few questions for the next video. How much do you spend per week on product, merchandise, and packing material? I buy my packing material in bulk, and I basically just, as long as it's good stuff still without sacrificing quality, I get it, you know, I find as cheap as I can. You know, the more you buy when it comes to like boxes and packing material, the more you're going to save. And I just buy it in bulk, and I have a huge stash of it. So per week, you know, I have no idea what my cost breakdown on that is. Usually Boxes are less than $1 a piece. The bigger the boxes get, some of them are around $1, but usually, there's higher end stuff being shipped out in that. So I track the cost of my shipping supplies, but I don't really think about it that much because it's usually such a small percentage of the overall sale anyways. It's not really that big of a deal. As far as what do I spend a week on product, it all just depends. Like, we've just been out of yard sale season for so long. It's about to ramp back up. We actually have winters in my state. Some states don't. Some states you can basically go to a yard sale like all year round. And then I remember that when I was previously doing this, apparently a lot of places like in Europe and stuff, like the UK, they don't even really have yard sales. They're like, I don't even know what you're talking about. You mean people just set stuff up on their lawn and sell it for cash? It's like, that's a very common thing here. We have like decently harsh winters here, so there is a fairly big amount of downtime for our yard sale season, but they're about to pick up back here, and I just go out every time I can, as often as I can, and I buy what I can when I can. Like, if I don't see anything worth buying and selling, then I don't buy anything. But if I see a whole bunch of stuff worth buying and selling, then I buy a whole lot. So it fluctuates up and down. Sometimes I might only spend $100, $200 on a weekend or less. Sometimes I might spend close to $1,000 in a weekend. It just depends. So, and I haven't done this like full-ish time. I haven't gone this hard on eBay and eBay inventory for a few years now, at least. So I'm not even sure what it'll look like now. Like the economy's different, prices have changed and stuff. So we'll see. I'm not even really sure, to be honest. And then to address the second question here, how much money did you invest in Pokemon cards during the pandemic? I'm glad you asked this because I am getting a lot of questions. DMs, emails, texts to the number in my link tree, all kinds of stuff. How do I get wholesale Pokemon distribution? This is going to be a little bit of a long talk. So if you're not interested in this stuff, I wouldn't blame you to skip ahead a little bit. I know some people are just here for the eBay stuff. They don't really care about the Pokemon stuff, but we need to talk about all the people that want wholesale distribution for Pokemon because the market's crazy right now. So let's walk through the Pokemon dungeon and talk about this. I'm not trying to gatekeep, and I don't want to squash anyone's dreams and tell you not to try or anything like that, but the sheer amount of interest that I've been getting in the first two videos and the amount of questions I've gotten, people asking, how do I get access to wholesale Pokemon distribution, wholesale pricing, all that? How do I find cheaper Pokemon right now? I need to address this. So I need everybody to understand, when you guys see all this, right? When you guys see this, I don't want you to think that this is easy, that this just happens overnight by accident, right? Let's get better lighting for a thumbnail. You guys hear that alarm? That alarm means that the mail pickup is here. Hold that thought. Okay, mail has been picked up. So back to my point. I think what a lot of what's going on right now is, I think people are just kind of having short-sighted thoughts about, like, the Pokemon market is going crazy right now. Yes. Is that normal? No. There's going to be a time where these prices aren't going to be what they are now. They're going to regulate. They're going to go back down. The last 2 or 3 sets have come out and market price has been instantly above MSRP. Pre-order prices have been above MSRP. Prior to that, I only remember that happening a couple times. I think Vivid Voltage was one of those. Maybe, and I can't even remember, even Evolving Skies, which is like the holy grail right now. Like that Evolving Skies booster box right there. You see that? That's $1,300. Wholesale pricing for me at the time was like $85, $89, something like that. It's $1,300 now, right? But even whenever Evolving Skies dropped, I remember people like fire selling it, shops just trying to dump inventory clearly because they were selling it at like $100, $105, $110, which is crazy. MSRP is $143 something, whatever. It's about 145, or it was at the time. It's different now. And I remember people selling it at like 105, 110, like get rid of it prices, and being like, what are people doing? Like, this is such a clear, long hold investment set. So I ended up buying a lot off the secondary market when it was at that price point. I'm glad it did. But anyways, the point is that these prices are going to regulate. They're not always going to be what they are now. Obviously, everyone right now is like, oh, I can get wholesale distribution Pokemon. Sick. Here's what you don't know. If you get wholesale distribution, first of all, you have to pay a lawyer to register an LLC, all that good stuff. Some companies, some distribution channels will require different things than others. All I needed, I think, was like an EIN. Some places are going to say you need a brick and mortar. They might all now. There was a loophole whenever I got in. You didn't need a brick and mortar. I didn't need a physical storefront somewhere with a sign and shelves full of inventory. Some, they might require that now. I don't even know how that works. I don't know if they require that now or not. Maybe they all require that. Maybe most of them require that. But I would not be surprised if, with all the hype right now around Pokemon and everybody trying to sign up and get a wholesale account, I would not be surprised if they're just not allowing new accounts at all. So let's say you do get one, though. After you register the LLC and pay the money, you get access to a wholesale distribution channel from one of these companies. Then the way that they operate is they allocate product. I know I briefly explained this, but the ones that I use, they're based on like your purchases over the last 6 to 12 months. Or maybe it's 9 to 12. I can't remember exactly, but they take the number that you've spent over the last 6 to 12 months on your account, and then they run it through a mathematical equation based on how much product Pokemon is saying, hey, we've got this new set. This is how many boxes that distribution's going to get. And then they run that across, okay, this is all of our accounts that want that product from us, all the shops and stuff, people like me that want that. They put in these pre-order numbers based on their past spending. We're going to give X amount to this account, X amount to this account, X amount to this account, right? So I kind of got in a similar market high whenever I got my account first open. I went into my distribution website, nothing available. Literally, you click on the Pokemon category, everything out of stock. What it took for me was building a relationship with my sales rep and calling him and emailing him almost daily. Hey, do you have anything? Sometimes a store would, let's say that a store pre-orders 100 of whatever, and whenever they actually got it, hey, I can only take 90. Okay, 10 just got chipped off this order. That's whenever I would call, hey, is there anything available? Oh yeah, well, you can take 10 of these, right? So, and then when stuff would pop up on the website, it was stuff that was undesirable, right? Like, I've still got a few cases of them over here. Almost fell. So, let's see if you can see them way back there. I think there's a few cases left of those. Those are the Jumbo 25th Anniversary Pikachu collection binders. So it's a binder that you put Pokemon cards in, but it's made for the Jumbo cards. If you've ever seen those collection boxes that have a card like the size of my face, they're cool, but people ended up not really caring about them, and it was a binder specifically for those Jumbo cards, right? I bought thousands of dollars worth of those because they were available. Not many of the shops wanted them, and I needed my allocation numbers up. And it's all a numbers game, right? You just have to buy anything that's available in the Pokemon category, because you couldn't just buy Funko Pops or action figures or board games or whatever from distribution and say, hey, I've spent money, now I get Pokemon allocation. No, you have to buy Pokemon to get Pokemon allocation. So it's like this catch, it's this full circle. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's this vicious, like, how do I buy Pokemon if there's no Pokemon to buy, and I have to buy Pokemon previously to get allocation, buy Pokemon, right? So literally me, phone calls all the time. Hey, what do we have? Is there anything available? Okay, I'll take it. Stacking up just junk that didn't sell for years. I bought those at, like, I can't remember what the price is, but I'm selling those at like $12 still to this day. You guys have seen a few of them sell. The Jumbo Pikachu card with the storage album. I sell them for like $12. It takes like almost $6 to ship it. Fees are going to be about 15-20% once it's all said and done. So I break even, maybe make $1 off of those. I haven't even looked at the numbers. I don't remember exactly. The number in my head is like $6.50 was the wholesale cost. But after fees and shipping, like break even, if I'm lucky, right? Still selling those to this day, years later, still have them, still not making money on them. But I had to buy them to be able to get allocation on the stuff that I did want. So I ended up having to buy, it's a grind is what I'm trying to get at. I had to grind for months, for years, buying junk that no other store wanted just to be able to get allocation numbers for whenever the good stuff did come out, I'd actually be able to get a piece of the pie, right? Then once I got my allocation numbers up, because eventually it did happen, okay, now a new set comes out, and how many times, Pokemon fans out there, you've probably said this to yourself, like, oh my God, I feel like a set just came out. They've already announced a new set and it comes out in a month, right? Sometimes they drop sets like bam, 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 bam. Every time a set would come out, I'm talking, I was dropping like $30,000 plus per set just to maintain the allocation numbers that I had to be able to, Evolving Skies is out. Now this is a set that I'm actually excited about, that I think the community is going to be excited about, that I really want to invest in. Now I can get the number of Evolving Skies that I want, right? So literally grinding for years. And I was lucky enough to have capital coming in from other ventures at the time to be putting into that, like most people probably aren't going to have, like understandably so, are not going to have that kind of money to be putting into it, right? And then I think what people need to understand, I was talking about like not being able to even, like, you click on Pokemon, everything on the site is sold out, right? But that time eventually regulated out. Up until a few months ago, I could get on there and there was 2 or 3 pages worth of Pokemon product that I could buy. But the market was saying, oh, Scarlet and Violet's not that good. MSRP is supposed to be $160 on a box. Yeah, but market says it's only worth $110. My wholesale cost is $95. Do I really want to invest thousands of dollars on these $95 boxes that the market right now is only saying are worth $110? Now that didn't last, and now the market is way up. Almost every box of Scarlet and Violet is like $200 a box, right? So that $95 wholesale doesn't sound that bad. But my point being, we're in that time again where I was just looking at the Pokemon category the other day on my wholesale distribution website again. Nothing available. Nothing is available. You can put your pre-order numbers in. Doesn't mean you're going to get it. And there's nothing just live stock available to buy right now if you were to be a new account to set up that allocation. There's a minimum spend. I think one of my websites is like $400 and one of them is like $800. So even if you are able to get a little bit of sales started, you have to get for $800 order before they'll even ship it. So then, how many people actually have like $800, $500, even $400? How many people actually have $400 to invest in a Pokemon set every time a Pokemon set is released to get your allocations up, just to get a few cheaper boxes of the stuff that you want to open? Maybe you think you're going to be the new rip and shipper or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to kind of make you guys understand, these are all things I didn't know either until I had wholesale distribution. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it, but I want everybody to understand. I want everybody to approach this with a realistic outlook of what it can actually be, right? Because there's a whole lot of people right now that want wholesale pricing distribution Pokemon product. Obviously, the market is high. Everybody's going to want in when the market's up here, right? It's that pie in the sky. Everybody wants it, right? Everybody's buying out Walmart and flipping it online and making money. That's when everybody wants it. But the real side of it is, what are you going to do if you do get that wholesale account, you do get that distribution account, and then the market's going to regulate? It will. I still think that even if the market regulates on this stuff and it goes down, eventually it's going to go back up. So like, you have to think of, obviously I wouldn't have a warehouse as full of this product if I didn't believe in that, right? But the real side of it is, what are you going to do if you get that wholesale account and then the market regulates and they say, hey, here's the new set. It's Prismatic Obsidian Flames. That's the new set name, right? $95 a box. and you're looking at pre-order prices, and pre-order prices are $100 even, and you're thinking, I can't, by the time I pay the shipping and the fees and everything, it's literally not worth me selling. I'm going to be losing money on it, you know. And then the set drops, and the price drops even lower on the open market. All of a sudden, no one's going to Walmart anymore and buying out all the ETBs and all the collection boxes. No one's crying about scalpers anymore. No one wants a wholesale account because MSRP all of a sudden is above what the market thinks it's worth. So whenever it's down here, no one wants wholesale. You know, like what you got your wholesale account. You bought $400 of the last few sets that were just really popping off and the market was super high. Okay, cool. Yeah. But then the market regulates, and then the next set is coming out. No one's hyped about it. The market's low. You don't want to buy that set because the market says, the Pokemon community says, that's not worth $200 a box. That's only worth $100 a box. I don't want to. I'll give you $100, and it better be free shipping. And do you have a 5% coupon code? I don't care if you paid $95 wholesale. I don't care if you've got kids to feed and bills to pay. I want that box at $100 because that's the real side of the Pokemon business. Most of it is that. Most of it is people sending you messages. I want a coupon code. I want free shipping. I know MSRP is this, but I want it for $5 above wholesale. That's the real side of it. And that's just what I'm trying to explain to you guys. And I hope that I just set some expectations realistically if you're listening to this video. And those of you that don't care about Pokemon, I apologize. But I just wanted to get that out there because I saw a whole lot of people that are very interested and very excited about getting a wholesale Pokemon account. Don't even know if that's possible right now, but that is the real side of the Pokemon business. It's not all, you know, right now. Yeah, it's awesome if you have a Pokemon business, but it's not always like that. There's plenty of times where the reason that a lot of this stuff is sitting here is because it wasn't worth me selling it 6 months ago. You know, a lot of times a Pokemon product has to sit on my shelf for a year before I'm even like, oh, it's worth me shipping that and selling it online now. Anyways, I'm sorry, that was a very long rant, but we just had to get the Pokemon discussion out there. Much appreciate the questions. And if you have any more, always drop them down below. That's a wrap for Wednesday. I forgot what day it was for a second. I'm not going to lie. That's a wrap on Wednesday. I just got done with my listings, and we finished the day at $266 in listed inventory. Total for the month, $3,885 in inventory listed. Welcome back to the shed, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday morning, and I thought we were going to have our very first goose egg day, but I was sitting here listing some singles on TCG Player because usually those sell pretty fast, and whenever I'm like looking at no sales, I'm like, we got to get some money coming in. So I was listing some singles on TCG Player, and my phone went off, the little cha-ching that you get for eBay. So satisfying, any seller knows. I looked, and we had 2 sales come in at the exact same time. What was it, 5:47 a.m. from 2 different buyers on 2 different. I was like, oh, 2 sales, it must have been the same buyer. No, 2 different buyers at the exact same minute after no sales overnight. We had no sales today. So a little sus. I don't know, it's almost like they paused. It's almost like sales were paused or something. They were pending from last night. Like maybe they made a server change or something, and as soon as they kicked the servers back in, I got 2 sales. So I don't know, but no sales on TCG Player, no sales on the other eBay. This is it right here, which is, it's decent. It's like a $25 Mickey Mouse hot air popcorn maker, and that Game of Life Family Guy edition that I found. This was the first yard sale I went to, or the first weekend. I went to like 2 or 3 that day, and the only stuff I bought, if you guys remember, was this. And what was the other thing? The Princess Bride. There was a sealed strategy board game or something. Got both of those for $5. I think Princess Bride sold for $20 or $25. Family Guy Game of Life sold for $30. So very cool there. But those are our only 2 sales going out today. But that's going to give me the chance to catch up on some listings, get ahead on listings for the weekend, get some drafts made up. We got a couple old Donald Trump Lego Brickman, got those guys put together. Oh, the board. Not the board. Look, that's how much time I had this morning. I was like, I got goose egg on sales. I'm just going to get over here and play with some markers. As you guys know, we had the Yelling Madmen here. We had Jordan Vondi, our one and only Pop-Tart Pounder. Now we have our very first Uno owner. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're familiar with how subs work on Twitch, it's basically tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. We've got 5, 10, 15 is how that works. So we do have a new, actually he's not new. Notorious used to be, he's got 77 months total as a Yelling Madman. So that is awesome. I think he's got the ultimate badge that you get for the length. And then we've got our supers category over here. Buck Nutify dropped $1.99 twice with the exact same message. So I don't know if it's just double displaying or if he accidentally sent the same message twice. And then he sent a $4.99 and he left a comment about the NASCAR stuff. He said he noticed the NASCAR stuff and wanted to know if I was a fan. Not really. I don't like hate it or anything. I'll watch it, but it's not something that I like really follow and know. You know, I don't know much about it or anything, but I definitely do have some NASCAR stuff. And then we got our very first Uno owner, Devil in Stitches. Thank you so much. $14.99 channel member, Uno owner. So yeah, this is the new, I arted it up a little bit. Yelling Madmen are gonna go here, Pop-Tart Pounders, Uno owners, and any super things. Today I was literally gonna lean on that door and just give it some, I was just gonna caress it. Give it some, because I thought we were goose eggs. I thought we were goose eggs on sales, but then we got these two, so that's what's going on. I'm going to get these packed up and then start doing some listings, get caught up, and get ahead for the weekend. That's a wrap on Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got $4,046 worth of inventory listed so far for the month of March. Finished the day with $161 in listings. Nothing too crazy, but our other days are making up for it. I have one question for you guys, though. Does anyone have any... I need to watch this, but disregarding that, does anyone have any idea what this guy's like name is, what this brand is? Fubu had some alien stuff back in the day that looked pretty similar, but it doesn't have Fubu written anywhere. It's just got the ST here, obviously, and then our tag with the ST again. And then I think there was a tag underneath that may have actually had more information, and that's what we're missing. And then the back also has the ST. If you do a Google image search on this guy or the ST logo, I'm not really coming up with anything solid. Like, I don't know how to figure out like exactly what this guy's name is or what this brand is. So if anybody out there recognizes this dude or has any idea what the brand is or anything, or just has any leads on this mystery, I would greatly appreciate it. But that's going to do it here for us in the shop for Thursday. Like I said, if anybody's got any tips on that alien, would greatly appreciate the information. Clothing is not a strong suit of mine. I've always just worn Walmart stuff. I do not care what people think about the t-shirt that I'm wearing. And that goes for like, you know, jeans or anything. So I've always been like clueless when it comes to like the good brands and just streetwear and stuff. I don't know. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good Friday morning, TGIF, ladies and gentlemen. I just got all the orders pulled. We had a pretty decent morning of orders. We are just over $600 with $441 in sales on TCG Player and $180 in sales on eBay between the two accounts. So we got another, man, these Jeff the Land Sharks sound like hotcakes. Then we got a Photoshop. This, I remember buying this years ago, and I don't know why I didn't list it like as soon as I got it. I remember like digging through a bin somewhere. It might have been like, I think it was a yard sale, but it was one of those yard sales where you can tell that they just had like, oh, maybe I should not show that. It was one of those yard sales where you could tell that they just like buy return pallets and stuff, and then they have yard sales out of it. So I I found 2 of these Adobe Photoshop Elements 2020 software sealed. You can see that the little stickers are still on there. And I remember paying like something dumb low, like maybe even like a quarter. It was just like, I picked them up because they were just in a mixed box of stuff. And I was like, you take a quarter each on these? And he was like, sure. And I was like, oh, didn't really. One of those offers you throw out there and you don't really expect them to take it. But anyways, that sold for $150. So happy with that. We got some battle styles. That whole thing right there. I don't know why I would have taken those down out of the case, but we did at some point. And I just realized that the pairs are selling for about $125. Battle styles was bottom of the barrel, kind of like with our discussion about how Pokemon, there's so many highs and lows, and we're in a very high moment right now, but it's gonna go back down. It's gonna regulate at some point. Stuff will be low again, and certain sets perform better than others, and certain sets very much underperform worse than others. And Battle Styles was like bottom of the barrel. You couldn't sell it cheap enough. No one wanted it for years. Finally, I think my wholesale cost is around $30 a piece, so the pair cost me $60. They're selling for about $125. So all these years later, yeah, they've appreciated 100% or whatever. So it's finally worth selling those. Obsidian Flames sold for $100, which is also pretty decent because Obsidian Flames is kind of another one of those sets that was just real low there for a while. So that's pretty cool for a single ETB. Then we got another one of those items that I had to sit on for years and years and years and years, but I bought cases of it just to get my allocation numbers up. We're $13. Let's go, baby. Ultra Prism packs, 3 packs there for $83. And then we got some various singles. These were pretty good. They were about $30 each. These Entei. I had them in like my personal collection stash, and I pulled them out because Entei's not really a Pokemon that I'm super into. I just kept it because the volcano art is like amazing. And then we got a bunch of Japanese singles that I listed yesterday because eBay sales were slow. So TCG Player carrying us on the slower eBay. I'm going to get all that shipped out, and unfortunately I don't think it's a really, well, here it's weird. It's been like mid to high 70s all week. It's been beautiful. Been outside playing with the kids and having fun. Expected there to be yard sales this weekend, but there's 2 things going on. Even though it's been like mid to high 70s all week, it's dropping down to like mid 50s Saturday and Sunday, which is, Missouri weather luck, I guess. You get beautiful during the week, and then the weekend is here and it drops down to the 50s. But not only that, but there's a really big storm coming through tonight for the Midwest, and I think people don't want to try to set up and have to worry about all their tables flying away and stuff. So yeah, unfortunately not seeing any yard sales to go to this weekend, but we're close. We are this close to yard sales starting to pop back up, and I know everybody wants to see me use the spy glasses if you watch the old videos and record myself actually hunting at yard sales. We'll see. I'm not going to promise anything because it is stretching me thin to get everything that I have to do on a daily basis done, plus with the vlogging, having to set stuff up and make it look pretty and then record it and then edit it and then manage the uploads and everything. It's a lot already. And then with the glasses, it's even harder because I would go out and yard sale for 8-10 hours every weekend. So you're talking 8 to 10 hours of raw footage that I have to come through and comb through every bit and most of the yard sales, like you don't find anything interesting. And you've got to find the few that you did, and then you've got to edit that footage, and it's just, it's a lot of work. So no promises on the footage from the yard sales, but I know that's something that everybody wants to see, so we're going to see what we can do. All right, I'm going to get to work. Did I mention that the resale game is very time-consuming? I got this entire bag of action figures for $5, or who knows, I could have made an offer on it for 3 or 4 and got it. Point is, it was all cheap. Losing pieces. But now comes the fun part. That looks like, is that Ninja Turtles? Looks like everything else in here is Pirates of the Caribbean. Like some good, like officially licensed. Let's see. Yep, hold on. What's that say? Papo 2001. But we is that Captain Jack right there? Looks like we got 2 of those. I'm not seeing very many swords. Speaking of swords, what is this? This guy's like a knight. I don't know, but this is the thing. It's very time consuming. Too many people think that eBay is just like passive income. It is very much not. It is a time sink and a half. And, you know, I got all these action figures for $5, so surely something in here is going to be worth at least that. And then hopefully there's a couple pieces that are worth a decent amount. But I got to sit here and look up every single one of these items and see, like, look, there's like capes. I got to figure out whose cape goes with who. There's a hat. It's going to be fun, but we'll see how long this takes. Okay, so not fully done, but I just got that little bit of stuff there. But we've got a 2012 Master Splinter, and this is what I think I can list it around, you know, give or take a couple dollars. Free shipping. So even though you see 15, you know, I'm going to pocket, I don't know, after fees and shipping, I might take home $6 or $7, right? So we got a 2012 Master Splinter. We got a 2011 Jack Sparrow. We got 2011, and obviously these are different sets because, like, Blackbeard is huge compared to Jack Sparrow, unless that's part of them. I don't remember him being giant at any time. 2011 Blackbeard, I'm just going to sell these together as a lot for a little less than $20. We got a 2010 Ninja Corpse Shinobi Squad. He's not worth much. Probably going to take a long time to sell. $10, maybe less. 1988 Willow. He didn't seem, I think brand new he was selling for like hardly anything. So another probably like $9 listing. All this is 2001 Papo. It's like a Pirates versus Knights or something. I don't know. I'm just going to lot all that stuff together. I did see a sold on just the horse for like, I think around 15, and this guy, there's a few of these guys listed for around 15, so lot them all together, make a decent deal for somebody, maybe $25, maybe 30, I don't know, something like that. So we got our $5 back, which is good. Who knows how long it'll take to, you know, for anything to sell here, but some decent stuff. And I still got a little bit of stuff over here, so I might sell Jack Sparrow separate, or I might just lot them all together. There's a good chance. I'm trying to get better about, instead of making like 15 listings, do one listing if it's all like items, and just you know, give somebody a little better deal on it, and then I have less inventory sitting on shelves waiting to sell. So my legs just got done doing my listings. Got some stuff prepped for listing on TCG. Actually, did I list those? I can't even remember. Got some art sets for Cosmic Eclipse here. Those are worth some money right now. So we're getting those listed up. Any PUBG fans out there? We've got some of these old, they're like rubber or foam or something. They say PUBG underneath that, but it's the Winter Chicken Dinner frying pan from PUBG. That's going to be listed on the account if anybody's a huge PUBG fan. I'm pretty sure those are fairly rare. And we finished our listed inventory for the day. $148 worth of listed inventory for Friday. Total for the month, $4,194. Next thing you should see is our total numbers, sales-wise, for the week. Let's see how we did for week number 2. Happy Sunday morning. Good old Missouri weather. It was almost 80 degrees Friday. And wake up this morning and it snowed. High of 75 tomorrow. What? Good Sunday morning. I'm out here to edit today's vlog and show you guys the totals for week 2 of March. Here we go. But first, we got a new addition to the super thanks corner of the door. Fist of Ammo 1986. I think that little symbol is pounds. Pounds, right? He said love from Scotland with a 25er. Thank you so much, Fist of Ammo 1986. Much appreciated. I'll definitely be thinking about you on one of those slow sales days. But I'm going to update you guys with the numbers for week 2 of March. Here we go. And this is how we finished out for week number 2. So our main eBay store here, we did, this is sales, guys. Remember, momentum board, this is just how much we've listed every day of March. This is how much we're putting up in listed inventory to get the sales. This is sales. We had $664 in sales on our main eBay account. Our Pokemon eBay account, we did $202, and TCG Player, we did $3,245. And then I'm keeping the totals down here for each category. So eBay for the month so far, $1,000. $246 on the Pokemon eBay and $7,651 on TCG Player for the month, with a total from all three sources, $8,906 for the month so far. Doing really good. We got 2 weeks to go. We're at almost $9,000. Obviously, I cannot be upset with that. And some people have expressed interest in the comments about seeing the earnings from the YouTube videos, from these videos, the vlog videos. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. I'd like to hear more opinions on if you guys want to see like the ad revenue and the super chat and the memberships revenue coming in from these videos. Real quick before we end the video, let's fast fire some comments. So we got, if the fees keep going up on eBay, it's going to be impossible to make any profit on anything. eBay has gotten out of control, hoping a new site comes along soon. Went from making $10,000 a month now to $6,000. Fees are going to kill me. I understand people's issues when it comes to complaining about eBay fees, but like I had somebody comment on the slot car track sale that I sold for $400. I would never have sold that anywhere remotely close to $400 locally. Even if I had a store, it wouldn't have happened. eBay is providing the service. They're providing the platform. You know, millions and millions of shoppers getting on that platform and trusting sellers. The only reason I was able to find that slot car for $10 and flip it for $400 is eBay. I will gladly pay those fees instead of trying to open a store and have to worry about employee wages and rent and security and insurance and utilities. I don't know. I mean, I get it. No one likes fees, but at the same time, what are you going to do? What's your alternative? You're going to host yard sales and try to sell slot car racetrack for $400? Not going to happen. Next question here. Would you say this would be a good side hustle for extra money on the side, looking to do something for cash for the kids? Yeah. I mean, start with stuff that you've got around the house. Learn how to ship, learn how to keep up with orders and all that good stuff. But do not think that it's passive income. A lot of work and a lot of time spent comes with running an eBay store. Potential video question. When do you know an item isn't worth buying for shipping because of the value, the return is low? So over the years, you get used to just like, you'll be able to pick something up and be like, all right, this weighs about this. The rough dimensions are this. It's going to cost about this much max to ship it, depending on where it sells. And you just learn as you go. And I also look up stuff on the spot. Viewer question over here: with Pokemon being so good, why bother staying on eBay? I'm just going to read my reply here because I think I answered it pretty well. Because it's a long game. Pokemon is booming right now, but it will regulate, and some sets won't be worth selling again at that time, like when it regulates. Then give it even more time, and some of those sets will be worth even more than they are now. eBay sales on yard sale stuff will carry whenever the Pokemon market is low, and vice versa. Also, my yard sale inventory has like 1% of the money into it that the Pokemon inventory has into it. Always diversify everything. Yeah, so basically I just kind of like, you know, I do multiple things so that way one thing can lean on the other whenever one starts underperforming, because the Pokemon market will regulate. It won't be crazy like this forever. Oh, this is a good one. Sorry if I missed you mentioning, but is there a particular reason you list things at $34.89 instead of $34.99? So my rationale here is if there's 100 people listing the same item that I have, and you know, a bunch of those people think $35 is a fair price or one of the lowest prices on eBay to get it sold, but they don't specifically see mine listed at $34.89. Basically, it's just like, or whenever I'm price researching, if I see a bunch of them and I'm like, okay, 35 seems about what it's going to sell for, I'll list it at $34.89 just for a higher chance that my price is the lower price for the competition. Does that make sense? Like, people are going to list it at $35. Some other people are going to list it at $34.99. I'm like, oh, I'll take it one step lower, $35.89. You know, I don't know. I could be an idiot. Oh my God. This is a big question. This guy wanted to know what I'm using as a label printer. I'm using the LP2844 Zebra. There we go. Yeah, it's a good printer. I like the Zebra. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap on vlog number 3, week number 2 of March, right? Yeah, video 1. I got so confused there for a second. Video 1 was a recap of the entire month of February. Video 2 was week 1 of March. Video 3 is week 2 of March. Anyways, thank you guys so much for the love on these. I cannot believe how they're performing. I am so happy, and the support is so good that I have no choice. I'm stuck here. I have to keep making these videos. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next one.